Bismillah. Welcome back, Zoo Crew. All right, so today we're going to dive into a few different topics. We're going to be talking about AI. We're going to be talking about the dark side of AI, so ChatGPT. We're going to be talking about how to most effectively use AI, such as ChatGPT or any of the other ones that you might be using, like Gemini, etc. And then we're also going to talk a little bit about marketing and branding. Okay. So, first of all, let's start with why do I have this microphone attached to this mic? Okay, so when I clip these long form videos and now they're showing up either on YouTube Shorts, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, there's a very good reason as to why I have this knife. This is called a pattern interrupt, right? So when most people are scrolling, they're not paying attention. So now when they see something that looks out of place, they're gonna be like, "Wait, what's going on?" And they're gonna pause, and then that's how you hook somebody's attention, right? So I'm fairly certain most people who scroll by and they see like this microphone attached to this knife are like, "What the fuck? Does he have a microphone attached to a knife?" And then they like go through my content and they're like, "Oh, this is what this guy's talking about," right? So this is a pattern interrupt, and I know this works because it literally happened to me. I was scrolling through Instagram one day and I came across somebody's video and they literally had their microphone attached to a knife, and all of the comments were like, "Oh, what the fuck? Why does this guy have like microphone connected to his knife?" Or like I think he was using a fork, not a knife. But the point stands, right? Like that was enough to interrupt my pattern through scrolling to like see this guy's video. So this is something like if you're making content or you're building a brand, you want to be online, you have to understand pattern interrupts, right? And this is the same thing in sales. A lot of the times people are so like all salespeople sound the same, right? So in car sales, whether you're selling high ticket coaching, doesn't matter what you're selling, right? Most people are going about their conversations the same exact way. So if you sound the same as everybody else, when you're dealing with a customer or a client, they're not going to take you seriously. And like it's going to be very hard for you to close them, right? Because you literally sound like everybody else. You're generic, right? There's nothing about you that's going to stand out. And then there's nothing about you that's like showing that you have authority, right? And like you have the solution to their problem. So look into pattern interrupts if you're interested in branding or marketing. Understand pattern interrupts, even if you're in sales, and then like implement them into your life, right? Second thing is like if you're watching me right now, or you've been here since day zero, or you're coming at a later date after 90 days, whatever, like just watching how I'm building this long form series and then what I'm doing with the clips, you're gonna literally get a masterclass in building a brand, right? I've built many brands before. I've built my own personal brand before multiple times. It's just that when I did this initially, it wasn't authentic, right? So this time I'm doing it authentically and I'm not in a rush. So I'm doing things like I'm implementing everything I've learned about building brands over my whole life, right? So anybody who wants to like learn how to build a brand, you want to learn marketing, this is your free masterclass. Stay tuned, watch how we go from day 0 to day 90 and beyond and what we create, right? And again, like now it's at a point where like everything is starting to gain momentum. So like views are going up, subscriber counts going up, follower counts going up, watch time is going up, right? A lot of these long form videos, people are watching from like start to finish, which is nuts. So like if you're watching my videos to completion, thank you so much and I truly appreciate you. You have no idea how much it means to me. And yeah, I mean it's wild for me to even like believe that somebody is watching my whole content, and sticking around and then going through the playlist and like just binge watching all of this stuff. And like that was the goal, right? It was to create like 90 days worth of content that becomes like a bingeable series. So if somebody comes in at 90 days or after 90 days, they'll watch one video, click the link to the playlist and then go through all of it, right? And yeah, I mean, it ties into like marketing and branding because people only like buy from somebody they trust, right? So what am I doing right now? I'm building trust. I'm laying the foundation for everything else that's going to follow. So whether that's the ebook, whether that is my business or like anything else that I do, right? Like I'm laying the foundation. I'm building the trust so people can come, they can watch these videos and now they like know who I am as a person. They know what's my personality, they know what I stand for and what I stand against, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, why is he talking about like relationships? Why is he talking about family drama? Why isn't he just talking about business? It's like the whole concept of like work life balance is not real, first of all, right? The most successful people in their lives, they've mastered the art of life, I guess you could say. So there's a quote, and it's like, I'm gonna butcher this for sure, but essentially the quote is like, the master of life is the one who makes no distinction between work and play. Whatever he does it in play is work, and whatever he does for work is play, right? So that's what I'm doing right now. Like everything that I'm building, everything that I'm spending my time doing, like for me, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like play because I enjoy what I'm doing, right? So that's kind of where you need to get to if you want to build a brand, if you want to be in business, you want to like do marketing, any of these things, you know? And like people get this whole thing convoluted, like marketing and branding, like they're two separate things, right? Brand is what people feel about your product or your service, right? Marketing is the storyline that goes along with it. So marketing is the ad, right? Branding is like it goes beyond the logo. It's like it's what people feel about you. It's how you make people feel, right? What they resonate with your brand. And then marketing is literally just like an ad, right? Or like content marketing. It's like you're putting out this content where you're educating people or like providing value with the intent of them signing up for your like high ticket coaching program or something, right? So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I wanted to say in terms of marketing and branding and pattern interrupts. So let's dive into AI now. So most people don't know how to use AI effectively. Okay, anyone who's actually like spent some time like dabbling will know that AI is better at prompting itself than will ever be. So this is where something called Lyra comes in, the Lyra prompt, right? And essentially what you're doing is you you're putting the AI in between you and the AI. So you are asking the AI to create the prompt for you, which you will then copy paste into your selected AI, whether it's ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, whatever, right? And then it's going to give you the actual response, right? So by doing this, you're getting more accurate answers. So go and try this. Anyone who's interested in like what the heck is this Lyra prompt, just send me a message, comment on this video, etc., and I will send it to you and go try it out, right? But essentially, like what you're doing is you're gonna give it a few different details about what you want, and then it's gonna go through and create either like a huge prompt or a very small prompt, right? Like a basic prompt or a detailed prompt that you're gonna use to get the real information. And like you can prompt ChatGPT with like whatever it is you want to ask, and then use Lyra and ask it the same thing, and you'll see the difference, right? And yeah, let's talk about, I guess, the dark side of AI. So, ChatGPT and all of these kind of things, they're designed in a way to keep you hooked, right? They want you to stay on the app as long as possible and talk to it as long as possible, right? And the danger with this is if you don't tell ChatGPT, be brutally honest with me, don't worry about hurting my feelings, find the flaws in my thinking. It's literally just going to feed you whatever it thinks you want to hear because it wants you to keep talking, right? It's going to stay biased and it's just going to not really give you accurate information, right? Which becomes very very dangerous because then you kind of end up becoming deluded or like convincing yourself of something that's not really true, right? So if you are using ChatGPT for anything, make sure you are also telling it, okay, find all the flaws in my thinking, poke holes in my logic, be brutally honest with me, don't worry about hurting my feelings. If you don't do this, ChatGPT is not going to give you accurate information, you know? And then it becomes very dangerous. And like this happens to me a bunch of times where like I'll just get caught in a loop and now I'm like overthinking. And then like I'll go and ask ChatGPT something and now I'm like diving in deep into these thoughts with ChatGPT only to like pause for a minute and be like, fuck, like now I've spent like 20 minutes talking to this chatbot instead of just like deciding something for myself and then going to do it. And I'm sweating a bit because my heating is on and it's like minus 15, minus 20 outside, you know? But yeah, so I mean, look, I do this a lot. Like I will talk to ChatGPT and then I will literally like question everything it's telling me and then flip it back on itself and be like, no, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, and then like debate with it. And then I make sure to tell it, okay, find the flaws in my logic. find like poke holes in my theories, right? And be brutally honest with me. So a lot of the times, like it'll tell me something, and then when I tell it to be brutally honest with me, it's gonna completely change what it just told me, right? So you have to be very, very careful with AI. Like AI is a great tool if you know how to use it, right? So this means learning how to prompt, because again, like AI is gonna be a better prompter than we will ever be. And then again, making sure you're holding it accountable by like putting in the rules in place in your settings or in every single chat that okay, be brutally honest, right? And then I guess we'll end it with so yeah, those were like the main things I wanted to discuss, and it's like 10 o'clock Sunday night. I have to prepare for Monday. It's been a freaking busy ass day. And yeah, I mean, I'm still like stumbling through life, making mistakes, figuring shit out. Like I'm just human and I'm growing, and growing is a freaking hard thing to do. Like being stretched, being able to hold like two opposing realities or two opposing truths at the same time. Like it's called brain elasticity, right? And the people who grow the most are able to hold two very conflicting ideas or truths in their mind and not let it destroy them, right? Or not be so committed to their own ideas and logic that they can't understand what the other person is saying, right? Or why the other person is thinking that thing. It's like that there's a photo or like a meme where you have one person standing here, one person standing across, and they're both looking at an image. So for one person, it looks like a six. For the other person, it looks like a nine. But the reality is true for both of them, right? And reality is not like it's your own kind of filter for life. It's how you process the world and how you see things, right? So no two people have the same reality, right? If you are a fly and you get trapped in a spider's web, the spider's reality is cool, I just caught lunch. The fly's reality is, oh shit, I'm about to be lunch, right? So both of these realities are true. It's just so this is something you have to keep in mind, right? Every single person has their own reality. Everybody's living their own life based on their own rules, and there's no right or wrong. It's just different, you know? And it's about understanding other people and not judging other people. Yeah. So we're gonna end it with this quote from Stefan Arnio. Rest in peace, Stefan Arnio. You either live as a brand or you die a commodity. So what does that mean? So like brand versus commodity, right? So Honda, Hyundai, Toyota, these are brands, but like they're pretty much commodities, right? So like when somebody's buying like an entry level car, they're buying the car as like a commodity, go from point A to point B. Now, if somebody's buying a Rolls Royce, they're paying multiples higher for a car, but they're not buying the car, they're buying the brand, right? Same thing with Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all of these brands, Apple, right? You're paying extra for the name, for the brand, for the perceived added value, the perceived higher quality, right? Because it's a brand. Whereas if you're a commodity, you are the cheapest product and it's just like you're there to serve one purpose, right? And I guess this ties into why actually I'm releasing ebooks. So like on one side, I'm building my service-based business slash like SaaS company, which is software as a service. But then on the other side, I'm building out now an info business because business, like I said, you make money in two ways. You either sell a service or you sell a product. The thing with selling a service is it's time dependent and there's only limited amount of time, right? So even if you are charging like 25K, 70K, 100K, whatever for your package, there's still a limit to how much value you can provide to people, right? Especially one on one. Whereas with a product, you're going to spend your time, you're going to invest your time once, you're going to create this product, and now you have unlimited time to just sell that product, right? So you've removed yourself from the equation. You're buying back your time. So, yeah, this is all food for thought. Um, I don't want to like go too deep in any of these videos because I'm exhausted. And see, I'm saying too deep into these videos. I mean topics. So I'm pretty tired. Well, I mean, it's been a long ass month, guys, and you know this. If you go and see day zero and then you come and see me today, it's like a night and day difference, right? Where I was mentally when I first left compared to where I am now mentally, like alhamdulillah for everything, you know. And yeah, really, alhamdulillah for everything. And yeah, learn to have faith in God, make a decision, trust yourself, trust God. Whatever is going to happen is going to happen. Do not worry about the details. Don't stress about irrelevant things. Be a good person and do good things. Don't lie. Don't like stab people in the back. Don't abuse people. Don't use people. Don't manipulate people. Like it's that simple. Go be a good person. Go put good vibes out into the world, and I'm sure they will come back to you. And if they don't come back to you right away, maybe they're collecting more good favors to come your way. Life works in mysterious ways. Anyways, that is it for today's Zoo Crew. We're gonna see y'all tomorrow. Peace out. Get some rest. Monday, we gotta hit it hard.